All right, I'm gonna make a video today, watching YouTube as we speak, and headed over to Rick's house. We're gonna do, apparently he found a free snow plow somewhere. So he told me to bring my camera and I'm gonna go over and check it out. I think it's a small lawn tractor with a snow plow attachment, wheel weights, that sort of stuff that he, well, Rick's that friend of, that hopefully everybody has, that A, is a mechanic, and B, can find free stuff all the time. So hopefully the tractor's not hurt too bad, and if it is, that's not a big deal. I'm going to, well, I have two other lawn tractors, so we'll see what we can do with the snow plow. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Wowie, bright sunshine, probably all washed out here. There's the river you can't see, and there's the other river you can't see. Headed to Rick's house, hopefully to find a repairable lawn tractor with a snowplow. Realize, but he still has this thing loaded up. So a project, I just dropped my car keys. So a project that I was thinking of doing over here is going to be at my shed shortly. So I'll come back and give an update. It looks like we've got some jury rigging of, if you can see the little switch right there, push button switch, and a variety of other little goodies that the prior owner put on this thing. So we'll be troubleshooting that. We'll see if we can't get her spun over and running. It looks like it's in pretty good condition. Anyway, we'll come back from my house, or come back to this at my house, and get her off the truck and see what we got. All right, this is where we capture ourselves on video. America's Funniest Home Fails. Yeah. All right, here we go.
My sister's quad. Probably wants me to run right over and put it in right now.
Oh well.
Because they've only been dragging their feet for 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh, that's problematic. Okay. Little, it's got it's fatigued out there. Mono.
Yeah. When the sides bolt on, it'll be fine.
Yes.
You'll still be able to hold your head up high during the tractor parade.
Thanks. That's what I'm counting on for you for these videos, by the way. Just don't curse too much, and feel free to make fun of me, which you've never been shy about.
No.
Let me see if I can get some gas out of this thing, and we'll throw that on a battery charger real quick, Mike. Unfortunately, I don't have, well, I guess I've got a big battery charger over there. We can. Do you understand kind of what he's got going on here?
Yeah. I'm 99% positive that this is the kill switch, since one side goes to ground.
Yeah. Which way is kill?
Yeah, one or the other.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 50-50 shot.
Well, yeah.
Gosh, you just won't start.
Yeah.
Well, I think on these Briggs motors, isn't there a white wire that goes to the, oh, the coil or the ignition that you can disconnect and, if need be, to, because that was the hack that I had learned on the internet to bypass the seat switch.
Oh, yeah, I know there's a couple of different ways to do something.
Yeah, but I thought that the final arbiter of ignition not going on was somewhere up here, and it was in like a little white wire that would go to
typically it's
the
a
coil
white wire
pack
that comes off the kill or off the coils, and
Well,
that's
he says the test is good. It doesn't look like it's got a whole lot of amps lurking in there. But we'll throw a battery charger on it. It being a lawnmower battery from 2016 does not inspire me with a huge amount of confidence. But on the free tractor market, I'm guessing beggars can be choosers. Help plug this in. Oh, the coffee can that you said had parts in it? Is that in the truck?
Let's see. I said, yeah, it's on the table.
Oh, yeah. So this looks pretty straightforward and familiar. Boy. So basically a hot wire and we're good.
Yeah, it grounds through the base of that. And this will probably be the hot from the button. Although this might be the new hot from the button. Yeah, this is the new hot from the button. This is power to the button.
Okay, so that goes on. This goes in the battery terminal.
Yep, that goes to the solenoid. And then these two big wires go to the solenoid, and this probably will go to one of the ground bolts there. And this is from the original ignition switch.
Let me guess, this is bolted in some inaccessible place.
Yeah.
Like inside here somewhere?
Actually, right here, these two bolts go all the way through.
Yikes.
Not a big deal.
Do we want to test this?
I would test it out of the vehicle, because it would be like tons easier.
Yeah, so you have a multimeter and a couple leads to make hot.
If we bolt one of these to the battery,
Yeah,
and then just touch a hot wire from the positive to this,
this should close.
right, that should close, and then then we can.
That solenoid, and I'm working out a camera frame now. We'll really go. So we're working down here, right there, and so we're gonna want to do maybe this, and this, and so probably doesn't matter which way it goes, but whoopsie. Let's see if she makes noise. Or if I flop on the ground because I electrocuted myself with.
There's not that many amps.
Whoopsie. Okay, so it makes noise. It clicks. So, if this is the awesome thing where you got a second guy.
Yep.
Because this turns into a three-handed operation pretty quickly. I think 200 ohms, just open or short.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can be the power guy, or here, yeah, you do that, and I'll be the electrocution guy. Give me some access to that.
Here, hang on a sec. Let's get it up and away from the battery, just in case it's got some hydrogen coming out of it.
Oh yeah, that would be epic. Ready?
I think so. Yeah, we got nothing.
Okay, plan B. I'm going to shut the camera off real quick and go searching for a solenoid. All right, this is where I'm videotaping myself spinning a solenoid into my fingers. Oh, jeez.
I'll dial 911 and wait to see how it turns out.
Yeah, just don't press send yet. Oh, and I push myself on that. You know what? The channel lock got it right there in my tool bag.
I know you can hear me.
Yeah. My ears do work, sir. All right.
I say the same thing to my dogs too. When I'm calling them, they just stare at me. It's like, I know you can hear me.
So I'm drilling a couple rivets out. Rick claims that we can potentially clean this little operation and save this solenoid. And once again, if you have a one of a similar drill press, I'm sure you can go on Amazon, and I don't have an Amazon store, or you can go to Goodwill like I did, and for $12 you can buy the same drill if you're lucky. Okay, I need to reposition this. So anyway, if this is showing up on camera, we're drilling some rivets out. Think I got enough off those? A little more. A little more?
A little more.
Anyway, to take this solenoid apart rather than buying one, and see if we can't clean her up, make her work. I don't go too far on this, or I guess it doesn't matter. We going? That says it is. All right, back to the table. So, Rick assures me that this is going to work. You got that?
Yep.
That we'll just drive these guys down here using my high angle punch. Oh my gosh, like magic. There we go. Is there a big spring that's going to shoot that to the ceiling?
Hope not.
Oh. Alright. There we go. Now you get to see the magic inside of a solenoid. Maybe. Unless it's glued. Nope. Alright. So what do we got here? Is that a gasket?
Mm-hmm.
My little rivets. Oh, I think we even got that size.
Make sure you don't break that wire.
Will it come out? Theoretically?
Yep. There, so we need to unbolt both of those and polish those up. And then
So take the nuts off these and
Mhm.
then they push down?
Yep.
Okay.
And then clean up this stuff here. It burns to the point where you don't make any contact.
Right. Okay. So let's see if I can get this on camera. So inside there, gosh, I wish I had a better light. You got your flashlight on you? Your phone?
Technologically adept at times.
Yeah. I'm trying to get this up to the camera here. So inside there, you can see a couple contacts. We're going to be taking those out, the nuts off the front, and cleaning a solenoid. This might be a whole series of videos. And hopefully Rick sticks around to put this mess back together, because that'll be beyond me. But anyway, solenoids get burnt, so we'll check it out. Here's your phone back, and I think I'm going to take this apart. Alright, so Rick is filing that part there because he won't let me put it on the bench grinder. However, I did clean up these guys on the bench grinder over his protests, and I think I did a fine job. So we'll see how this goes back together. I'm just putting the studs back in. I don't think there'll be a huge issue with that. And what do you think? Is that going to be good?
Oh yeah, be good enough.
Was it a big bolt or a big nut with a washer, or just a
skinny nuts went on first.
Okay.
There's one there.
There's one right there. So put this together. My neighbor's driving by. And I'll be putting this guy on with my 7/16/11 millimeter. Although she's not very happy right now.
I need to hit it with some of your goof off.
Yeah. Don't say that. People on YouTube are going to be like, somebody will try to use goof off on one of these, and that'll be a mistake.
Yep.
This is not in fact goof off. This is just a goof off bottle. So please, people from goof off, don't contact me. This is actually probably very cheap ATF, because that's kind of my go-to lubricant.
Yeah, bring me the house brand.
Exactly. This is my well brand of lubricant here in my shop.
Yep.
John and Rick's finer.
Yep, we get all.
I probably learned it from you.
Hood River.
I probably learned that from you, by the way.
Yeah, probably.
So you can see those guys' little reflectors in there. Sorry, I'm looking on the screen. Anyway, they're bright, shiny copper. Got the bolts started there. Now we need to reattach the metal parts down here that you can't see because of my poor lighting situation. Oh, that's better. Anyway, down here is the rest of the parts. Go ahead. Take it away, Rick. I'm going to try to find while you're doing that, I'm going to try to find the appropriate little riveter. Me being the worst riveter in history. I think these guys look pretty close, don't you?
If we get longer ones, if there's longer ones that are that diameter.
All right. He frequently dashes my hopes. So. Is that the difference? I think. Is this more what you're thinking?
A little bit longer still, if we can.
Okay. No, we can go longer. I'm just. How do you like these guys?
Yep. Okay, 3 more of them.
All right. Got those, and I will grab the. Oh, I've got the riveting tool right here. Okay, so I'm doing negative to here.
Yep.
And then if you do that. We're probably blocking the multimeter, but whatever's. Okay, so we got it open.
There you go.
And we got it closed.
Yep.
Well, I could have saved myself $40 on Amazon if I had done this. All right, for my winch project. So we're good. All right, we're now in the cleanest OBS IDI diesel Ford ever, en route to Rick's shop to get a part. Where's the camera? Here we go. One of these guys has been retrofitted, push switch, and since the Solenoid debacle, Solenoid's good, push switch is also bad. So at this point it's looking like a couple things. Again, we're just trying to get this thing to turn over and fire and hopefully be a snow plow for me this winter. Anyway, I'll get back to it again. Push switch, pretty simple stuff, and we'll see how we go. All right, so we needed some reenaction. So the little red switch down here is installed, and I know you're, to be YouTube whatever, you're supposed to do all this stuff on camera. Well, we didn't. So I can tell you that it hit once at least, so we're on. How about a little bit of magic sauce?
A goof off right there on your table.
Yeah, let's try different magic sauce. You want to give her a little spritz and we'll see how we go. Okay, we ready?
Sure.
Oh, let's try that. Is there a gas shut off? No, I haven't seen one. I don't see any gas going in there.
No, it'll take a little while to pump
Yeah.
up.
You gonna give her a little shot of Hooyah there? Ready? there's been a development. Rick, off camera, convinced me that I should put my mouth on the gas can or the fuel tank filler and blow into it to bleed air out of the system. And it worked spectacularly, I must say. And so now we're waiting for gas to evaporate off the exhaust system so we don't die in a fire. So
Yeah, we're probably okay.
And he thinks we're probably okay. So we're about to give her a shot.
Maybe I should move my truck.
Yeah, just go home now. Ready?
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna pull the carburetor apart and clean it. There should be plenty in there to.
All right, so what we're talking about is right here in the front of the motor. Let me move out of the way. There is, I'm guessing, a carburetor. There's an intake manifold there. So we're going to pull this guy off and come back. And there's any number of YouTube videos on lawnmower carburetors. So we'll get after it here in a minute. All right, let's do this. So Rick is currently taking the carburetor apart, and I haven't seen one like this before, so. So basically we removed the base plate for the air cleaner, and we're using our 8mm / what?
5/16.
5/16 to take the top of the carb off. And allegedly we're doing the bare minimum, which fits right in with most of my program. So what are we going to see inside this deal?
Yeah, hopefully not a bunch of cat hair.
Okay, so unlikely we're going to see any cat hair.
Probably it's going to be just
It's full of gunk.
old junk, yeah. And gaskets that are stuck.
A hammer or a bigger pry bar?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The legendary. I'm getting this on video. Rick fixing stuff with a Swiss Army knife. Ooh, God, that sounded bad. Is it attached in there somehow?
Yeah, it's got a gasket.
Or are you just not wanting to mess up the gasket?
Yeah, gasket's going to have to come up with it. But
Yeah, no, I mean tear it or
yeah.
cause us to have a stalling point in this little operation.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Noticeable lack of gasoline.
Yeah. There's almost always supposed to be gasoline in there. Let me, You know, an easy way to, well, not an easy way. I was going to say we could hook up a fuel supply and gravity feed it, but it still wouldn't make it through the pump.
Right. No, I may have to get a pump kit for it.
All right. So anyway, the latest update is this is the carburetor. It has what's called a pulse pump on the front, which I think is our culprit. The carb looks pretty good. Pulse pump's powered off this pulse line from the motor, and this is the fuel line, and it goes directly into the carb. Bottom of the carburetor's dry, so there's nothing going on there. So it's the next day. I'm headed into Gresham to get the part. My friend Rick has figured out which it is. Again, professional mechanic. What am I going to do? I've got some professional help on this project, and well, he found the lawn tractor for me. So anyway, I'm headed into Gresham. It's probably going to be a couple hours of road time and messing around at the parts place, and I'll get back to this when I actually have a running machine or a not running machine. We'll see if this is it. Here we are at the real shop, and I've just been shown a magnificent new tool. And let me stop this for a second. Hopefully that air compressor kicks off here pretty soon. We'll we'll get after it. My friend Rick, this is his domain. We're kind of in a, so we're back in the shop here, a real shop, as I specified before, with actual real equipment, which I don't have any of it. And Rick has a handy dandy tool that we just cut this guy here down, and then we put the clever little bend that always is difficult with pliers. So let's see, he said, oh, I can just demonstrate that again when I said, oh, you can videotape that.
Yeah.
So there's a bendy tool.
Yep.
Look at that.
Pretty much good to go.
And it won't focus on it. Yeah. Anyway, you'll have to trust me that this is actually like a manufacturer's bend right there. All right, let's see how that looks. Yeah, it looks okay-ish. Yeah, we're working on that right there. And so, let's see about taking these little guys off. All right, so I've disconnected the pulse pump, or the crank pressure thing, and the fuel line. And what I've done is put a couple screws in this deal. Let's see if I'm on there. Anyway, I put a couple screws in here. This is the new diaphragm, which I think is probably the issue. I've replaced the springs underneath. However, they're just sitting there by gravity. And then there's a new spring right here on the carb. So let's see if I can juggle this thing on camera into some sort of place here. Alright, this is my first go at this. So let's I put a bunch of gas in the top of the carburetor. We'll see if that filled the bowl or not. There's the choke. And key to the on position. And there's a kind of a jinky run kill switch here, so we'll see if that works. But let's see how we go. Well, let's see that again. All right, there we go. She's already getting loaded up with debris from the last storm. It's a running driving machine. Front end's a little wonky. It's held together by some screws and tie wraps. I don't have all this stuff like many ran when parked projects. It didn't come with all the pieces, so I'll have to figure out how to get the top back on there. And now I'm relegated to doing yard work. So hope you enjoyed the video. It was fun to make, and this is my free to me yard tractor that it took about 20 bucks in parts. The choke cable was about $13 or $14, and the pulse pump rebuild kit from my local equipment supply place was $8 or $9. Anyway, have a nice day.